Coolios.
He does like a cool guy. 1, 2, 3.
I just do 1, 2. Because when I do it like this, I can't get my I don't know my.
1, 2, 3.
When I count 1, 2, 3, I go like that by accident. So I just go 1, 2,
the shocker.
3. Yeah, accidentally.
1, 2, shocker.
2 in the pink, 1 in the thing.
I go into the shocker and I count to 3. So that's why I just start with my thumb, so I could just.
Shock the nation.
This
Shock
looks
the
better.
world.
Shock the system.
Chaka Plow. I don't know.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka T.
I hope you guys came prepared because I did not have
The
any
shocker.
topics today.
I could show you guys my Digimon watch. It'd be showing down.
I can show you guys my balls.
That's true. I mean, that'd be a very short insert.
Pretty small insert.
I'll give you a long insert. Come over here.
What I was going to say about like how you were saying Digimon was better before this, and I just wanted you to kind of elaborate on your thoughts on that, Chase.
Well, it was a rhetorical question because I was like, Digimon better than Pokemon? That's absurd.
I like the design better. I would have to go back and actually watch Digimon because I don't understand the premise as well as I do understand the premise of Pokemon. So to really say which is better, I do have to go back and watch it. But I love I like the design of Digimon more. You know, I feel like Pokemon, they go too much cute. They try to throw too much cute in there.
Well, they're both made for kids.
Yeah, but Digimon, they look more like monsters. You know, they look more like they're supposed to be monsters. You know, they look more like monsters. They're cool.
So are Pokemon. Pokemon are still monsters.
They are still monsters, but they try to make them too cute or too fluffy looking. Just like,
what do you think every first evolution of a Digimon is? It's supposed to be.
They
cute.
They look like cute. a cute. They look like a cute monster, not like a cute pet. You know, a lot of Pokemon look like a cute pet sometimes, like the sheep or the cow ones or something, like the dog. They look like a cute pet. Like if you were in the Pokemon world, that's the one you would get if you just wanted a dog to just hang out with, not like a monster.
I think that's the appeal too. Sometimes some people will just want a little cute pet to help around the house in the Pokemon world. Other people will max evolve their Pokemon to be the huge, ginormous monster.
Then give us a Pokemon game with that kind of. Give me a Pokemon game where I don't have to fight to train my Pokemon, where I can just go chill on a farm. Give me Pokemon fucking Animal Crossing.
That would be sick. Hey, Game Freak. There you go.
Give me, like, if you really want to immerse me in the Pokemon world, give me that type of game. Instead of, like, the whole premise of Pokemon games is fight. But then they give you pet-looking ones that's like, I don't want to make this thing fight. You know? It's too cute. I don't want to make it fight. Whereas Digimon, it's like, oh, it's a cute little monster. You're going to fight. Like, you're still a monster, but you're cute. And you're gonna get
a giant knight.
You're gonna evolve, and you're gonna have some jorts next.
Yeah.
Do any Pokemon get jorts?
None.
Yeah. Well, I think there are a few
that get jorts.
Not like jorts specific, but like short design, short like actual pants.
No, we're talking denim. We're talking blue denim jorts.
No.
He's got a zipper on that thing.
See, to me, that's lazy design.
He's got a Digimon dick. That means if he's got a zipper, he's got a Digidick.
You gotta contain it.
Gotta contain. The monster's gotta contain the monster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I will say Digimon's cool. I like Digimon, but am I going out of my way to immerse myself in the Digimon universe? No, not really. If I'm picking between the two, I'm picking Pokemon.
Agumon v Charmander? Come on now. Agumon is smoking.
We just had a whole... Oh, I guess the conversation actually got cut from a episode we didn't use.
Because Microsoft Teams wants to spy on me.
No,
looking at you, Bill Gates.
It was on the one where or somebody's audio didn't work. When we were talking about the anime hot takes.
Oh, when your audio...
not to point fingers or anything, but...
it wasn't your fault.
We were talking about how we shouldn't power scale between different animes.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing. We'll get into that later. I do have a.
Will we?
I think the correlation is good though with Digimon and Pokemon. I think it is clear enough in the gray lines of it that it would work.
I mean, technically, by that, I mean, you could power scale Bakugan and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, you could.
No, you
Honestly?
can't. That's what we're saying.
I'm not one for power scaling.
They're in different universes.
I'm not one for power scaling, but I fuck with Bakugan and Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'll listen. If somebody can power scale it, I'll listen.
I'll watch.
They both have determined stats on the monsters. The only lacking thing that I'm seeing with the power scaling between the two is, like with Yu-Gi-Oh, you have a full deck of things that could counteract. Whereas Bakugan, it's like you got your monster, and that's I think essentially that's it. I mean, I know they have special skills, but it's not like you can draw a track card or a counter attack or this kind of thing. Digimon though, pretty finite, pretty like you have your monster,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will say
Make it
hot
fight.
take though, going back to the Bakugan Yu-Gi-Oh. Bakugan better than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, you get a little toy with it.
You get a fucking toy and it pops
Dude,
open.
it's-
I will
Yeah.
say, I never, because my little brother had one and people in middle school had one. If you actually try to like play and do the battle, it's a little hard because if like you roll it wrong, it'll just roll past the card with the magnet on it where it opens. So you just kind of look stupid trying to like get it to
Skill
open.
issue. What are you talking about? I would
Yeah.
always get my shit on the card.
You have to
You
make
shit on the
sure
card?
you roll.
You put that
Yes.
shit on.
On a card, yeah.
No Diddy.
Put that shit on. Hold on, you yeah. Put that shit on. Shout out Julock.
Internet bully
Sherlock
this guy.
Holmes.
Internet
Did you say
doxer.
Oh, we already had people try to come at me on the tubes.
Come at you?
Come at us.
Come at you? I'm not even saying. It was more of a counterattack. Talking about counterattack cards.
Hey, listen.
It was
Listen.
who
Listen.
started
Linda,
the war?
Linda, listen.
American Congress.
Listen.
It's like we bombed them and then they counterattacked and we're
Yeah.
like, what should we do now? Let's go
Why
to
are
war.
they attacking us?
This was a mutual war that I
No.
I heard.
There were no first strikes. Alright, anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Something Original podcast. My name is Adrian, and in our virtual studio, I am also joined with our lovely host.
Chase.
And Gannon.
Why are you scratching your nuts, dude? Plain view of
I'm actually
camera.
adjusting my shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, you're
You wanna
full
see?
spread eagle. Right?
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I was
full-
saying.
full
You're going to be
spread.
popping ass. You're going to be popping ass the whole episode, like, and you guys wanted to fucking
Well, when
talk
I
shit.
see you, when you see yourself next to Sexy Red,
I mean, in that
believe
position,
you see two
you're not
bad
gonna.
bitches.
That position, that's not popping ass. You're gonna be leaking sack. Like,
We're
This
going
has
to get
been my
we're gonna
meticulous plan all along.
we're gonna get demonetized, and then first ever episode we're gonna get monetized, and we're gonna get demonetized.
let's say we're monetized.
Or
No.
we're going to
yeah,
get
I've been-
more monetized.
I've been keeping a secret from you guys. I've been raking in $100,000 per episode and just keeping it all for myself.
Imagine that's like bigger than Theo Vaughn.
He's definitely making more than $100,000
An episode?
An
Yeah.
episode that
for with
He does,
like
he does at least one a week.
I-
At least one a week.
yeah, I know. He gets
So-
more than $100,000 per episode, 100%. With all
good
the
thing.
ad rev that he gets too, and
Yeah, look that up.
look it up, Adrian.
let me look this bitch up. Annual income, it says 2.1 million.
And then divide that by how many weeks are
But that's
52.
also split up by his film salary, TV salary, Netflix deal, stand-up comedy. But that's all. That's his net worth from 2023. I don't. Yeah, let me see. Anything else? Here's a.
Because you gotta think, like, sometimes we'll have guests on that don't get as many views as other guests. I don't know. I don't see how that is a full monetization if it can be broken up like that.
Okay, maybe it's not a full 100,000, but I'm.
He gets like
that's-
100,000 to like just show up.
Let me see
Well,
if I can
it's
pull
his show.
this up. This is from a video. It actually took me straight to the part, so I don't have to scroll through. I don't know if you guys can see that, but broken down, he makes like 200,000 per month from about $10,000 per 60-second ad, 4 ads per video, 40,000 per video, and 10,000 per video Celsius sponsor. So it's like 200,000 per month or whatever. I guess it's like the breakdown.
200,000 a month isn't 100,000 an episode.
Well, that's how much I'm bringing in. So.
Well, like honestly, like 40,000. If he does four ads at 10,000 roughly, then he makes like 40,000, which is insane to think about.
Yeah,
That
imagine.
is crazy.
Imagine if we were pulling those numbers.
I haven't even touched 40,000.
Well, I mean, we would split it 3 ways.
We didn't even make 40,000, I don't think, in the Navy. Like, I mean, overall, we made more than that, but like in a year's worth. In a year's worth of pay.
You guys weren't getting paid? That's like poverty. Making 40,000.
They also, our housing was free, our health insurance, our dental was free.
It's still like poverty.
They say
wage.
don't complain about it. If you want to save money, you eat on the ship.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that we didn't have to spend money for. That's our normal expenses, but also, obviously, that's not fucking enough for anyone. But you know, never.
Especially when you live in California.
Oh,
No, I feel like you would get a cost of living adjustment for that, maybe.
dude, being in Vegas, we were looking at prices of apartments, and we were considering it. We found one that was right across from the Palms Hotel. Literally right next to the Strip, like $1,500 a month for something like
Jeez.
right near the Strip. Like I was like, really?
You know, you can get a pretty better deal if you move to Dayton, Ohio.
Ohio. I know. Whatever.
I rent
anyways.
800, and I live in a very peaceful town where you don't hear nothing. Actually, it's so quiet outside it drives me insane. I've never lived in that quiet of a neighborhood. All my neighbors are old people.
That
I am
seems
the youngest
like a boring
by
town.
40 years, probably.
That sounds like a
It's
boring
nice.
town. It sounds nice.
What am I
It sounds boring.
What
I like
are you
my
trying
beach
to do? In
towns.
trouble?
Yeah. How old are you, Adrian?
Like what stuff to be able to go out and do? Not everywhere I go.
Sounds
It's
like
old
a-
people. You know.
It sounds like a blowing town because there's no EDC
you know where-
within driving.
Do you know where? Do you know where I grew up? I grew
up in West Palms, dog. I grew up in New
You know how many
Jersey.
fucking old white
dude.
people fucking go down there to retire for some odd fucking reason? Like,
Yeah, but it's like hot and it's like quadruple the price.
I hate
it's
being
hot.
around. I don't want to be around old people.
You might learn a thing
Yeah.
or two, Adrian.
Yeah, and they also don't want to be around you. You're freaking.
Yeah.
They don't want to be around us. They don't want to
Gen
be around people
Zer.
our age. Most old people hate us for whatever reason, despite giving us a world that's shit and telling us, "Hey, fucking lace up your bootstraps, you soft hand bitch." Like, fuck you, you die.
Here's the keys to the kingdom. Don't break it. It's already destroyed. We're in a dystopian society.
Let's talk about something else. I did have a question I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've
Yeah,
talked
ask
about
it.
this before
I have
now.
an answer.
Fire
but,
away.
uh,
Fire away.
talking about like the Digimon and Pokemon, if there was one, any from any video game platform, whether it be handheld or console, if you had to get put into any single game or franchise, what would it be? Like you have to like you live your life in that game world.
I think we have talked about it. It was on a very old episode. But the safe bet is Pokemon. That was my answer. I was like,
I figured you would pick that.
There's no war. You get to just run around and catch Pokemon all day. The fucking economy seems great because all you have to do is pay for fucking Pokeballs and potions all the time, and you have an abundance of monies to do that. Healthcare seems to be free because go into the Pokemon Center, you get, your Pokemon fixed for free. Universal healthcare. There seems to be like a pretty good education system if you can just leave home at 10 years old and just explore the world. You're already fucking ready to go at 10 years old? Sign me the fuck up, dude. Yeah, I mean, perfect situation. And there's so many different regions of different Pokemon. Yeah, there's some, like, crazy Pokemon that's, like, world-ending strength, that has world-ending strength that you would maybe have to fight. But, half the time, you can just leave that up to the main character, and they'll take care of it.
I'm actually kind of, yes, that's a good safe answer. It's a boring answer.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds fun. I'm torn between wanting to say, like, Skyrim or Borderlands. Because Skyrim, you don't have to go and be the dragon. You're in the Skyrim world. You don't have to be dragonborn. You just, live in Whiterun and be a blacksmith or some shit, But, living in the world of, like, magic and stuff and spells just seems like it'd be cool. Or Borderlands, because it's just the chaos. Just run around, just doing chaotic shit. It sounds like it would just be fun. I'd probably see Borderlands.
I'll have to say Zelda. I don't have to be Link,
Yeah.
I'll be one of those kooky villagers.
If we're talking like Breath of the Wild, the villagers were still kind of like, they didn't want to leave because of how dangerous the outside world was, like their villages.
Then I'll follow Link and be like, hey, brother, you need somebody to carry your weapons? I can just walk out here and tame one of these horses?
He's going to be like, yeah!
Or,
I'll be
a blacksmith. I'll be a blacksmith, and I'll personally send like a carrier pigeon to
Why
find
not be a whitesmith?
Yeah.
So,
and he has little man syndrome.
I don't have little man syndrome. I just don't care if you're bigger than me and will beat my ass. I don't go out looking for fights either. Like,
seems like you're getting mad.
it sounds like you also
if I
go out looking for fights.
I don't want to bring up EDC. Like EDC, people are bumping into each other, accidentally stepping in, like on each other, but everybody's like nice and respectful. Like if somebody bumps into me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you fucking bumped into me. Like they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be like, oh no, you're okay. It was an accident. Like I don't go out looking for fights.
Yeah,
probably because they're all
a
horse.
It's also just a crowded event. I would hope nobody gets mad about bumping into people.
Some people do. There is people who just like.
And everyone there is pretty much as high as Donkey Kong, man.
I just drank a little bit. I don't be doing.
He's trying to save face.
There's no way you're just like going to these
How do you go
EDM
to an EDM concert and not do a little something? Festival.
If to be honest,
we'll bleep it out, Adrian. If you want to admit it to us, like,
listen. If we want to get serious, it's because I know I have an addictive personality and I have a history where I don't just do one thing and then, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, if I do a little blow or I do a little E or Molly, like, it's not going to be like, okay, I did a little bit. I'm going to keep going until the weekend's fucking over and, like, I have to return to normal civilization, Like, I know that's my personality. So, like, I avoid it.
Imagine.
I smoke, and I enjoy everything when I'm high, so it's It's nice. I don't get too high where I'm like, fuck, I want to sit down. But like, I get high enough where I'm like, you know, body high. I feel nice. And I'll drink. When I drink, I can really fucking like headbang and stuff. I'll get some drinking.
You let loose, man. You pull out the sandals.
No, I don't. I don't really like. We stand towards the back, and I kind of just I bob my head. Only if I get fucked up like last year EDC. Have you guys seen those beatbox wine box things? It's like an 11% like wine box carton thing.
Mm-mm.
They're strong and they taste good. I had a couple of those on like basically an empty stomach, so I was fucked up, and I was like at the railing, and I was fucking. I smacked my chin on the railing. I hit my tooth on the railing at one point. I was fucking going hard.
Don't let Adrian get into the wine, folks.
It's fun. Nobody judges, You're just there.
Oh,
It's like I wasn't sitting there headbanging alone. It was like me here and like 8 people this way and another like 11 people this way, and we're all just like slamming the railing forward, throwing our heads forward. Oh, it's a group activity.
Adrian out here raging like a middle-aged depressed woman. Where's the wine?
Where's the wine?
That's the crazy part. I say like I got fucked up. It's technically wine, but like it's like a little wine carton. It's like a little wine in a box.
It's okay. I like to dabble in some.
But they're also a
sangria.
sponsor.
Little
of
winer
EDC.
box.
They're also a sponsor
Wait,
of
pause
EDC,
that.
so like everybody has one, is walking around drinking them. I mean, to the point that like little stands are selling a little reusable cap that is like the beatbox cap, because when you buy them, they like take the cap off and give you it without the cap, which is stupid. So you can be able to like cap your drink and not have to drink it the whole time.
I'll cap your
So you don't
drink.
throw it.
Also, the bartenders, all bartenders in Vegas, I don't think they know what a single and a double is, because every time I got a single,
I don't think
felt like
any-
a double.
I don't think any bartender anywhere knows what a fucking single or double is. I swear, I will. I went
at
to
my barber shop. We do.
I doubt it, but
We have a measure. I made one last week.
Ooh,
Okay.
fancy bartender Gann. Look at you.
yeah.
You got the black
I thought you
barber.
were
Broken
a
glass too.
Are you
barber.
spinning the bottle, or are you throwing it behind your back and you're like catching it in the fucking cup and you're just.
No, I broke a whiskey glass. Did that on accident because we were like going really fast. Like it was like a fast day, and we didn't have somebody working behind the bar, and somebody wanted a drink. So, and I knew the guy. I was like, yeah. And then Mike was like, "Can you just do it real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine." I go to pick up one, so they're stacked up. I pick up one. The
It
one
was
underneath
stuck.
of it sticks to it, falls off, break, and it was like right after he said, "Just don't break any glasses. We'll be all right." I was like, "Great."
So
This is
Gannon's
why I'm not back
unemployed
here.
now, so
Yeah,
Gann was drunk
man.
on the job.
yeah. No, I usually do afterwards.
Do you think you can
That's
give
like a beat.
haircuts drunk and high? Or drunk or high?
Uh,
At the same skill level?
I think I actually cut better, a little buzz. Ain't gonna lie, I've done some. I've done plenty of after hour cuts for like buddies that come through, and I'll give them the preface of I'm going to be a little buzzed, but if you're okay with that, then I'm okay with
just
that.
the
And then-
sides are a little uneven.
Yes. No, I really do feel like this is. I'm really showing my colors here with some of the dependencies I have in my life, but my hand is like steadier. I feel like, and then I can really flick out a nice fade.
You know what? I won't say that's a problem, because I'll just attribute that to the amount of times that we've sat there, 3 people in that room, drunk playing video games. You gotta have a steady hand and keep going at like 1 a.m.
Exactly.
I'm God's
That's how I
drunkest
beat
driver.
Melania. Yes, dude.
A bad driver never misses his exit.
Speaking of Elden Ring, just gonna throw it in there. Did you guys see the new
Oh, I
game.
heard the trailer came out.
the new story trailer for Elden Ring?
I have a theory.
Shadow of the Erdtree, I should preference.
FromSoft and Kai Cenat secretly had teamed up and he made his stream. He purposely was, you know, playing not bad, but just playing the way he was, dying a lot, just going straight swords, and having his stream end conveniently just before the trailer comes out. I think that was a great. I think they teamed up, and they just pulled a superb advertisement moment here.
No, I think it was. I think it was because
theory.
I think it's because the hype around the DLCs, like it's coming out next month. And Kai was on a roll of playing a bunch of games. He played Ghost of Tsushima and
Sekiro.
Red Dead.
Or
He didn't play Sekiro. There's no way he played Sekiro.
Okay, oh, it was just Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, I thought he played Sekiro too.
Ghost Tsushima and Red Dead 2.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I'm not going to. And then he was on the role of Elden Ring. I think it was perfect marketing for FromSoft, and they put out the story trailer and all that. It just worked out, great timing for them. But oh boy, it looks good. I think Mikola was pulling something out of a pussy in the very first part. Yeah, dude. I was like, God damn.
Out the puss? Just
Out
like
the puss. I'll throw in
Someone
the story trailer so the audience can know what we're talking about.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal. An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen. One that could never be put to song. A purge without grace or honor. The tyranny of Mesmer's flame. And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
And cut to us reacting to it. Oh my god, that's so insane. I see Adrian's over here because he only has like 2 hours in Elden Ring. He doesn't fucking know. He doesn't care. He was the one that he's the one
my honest reaction.
He's the reason we didn't get Elden Ring a perfect 10 out of 10. Just referencing, calling back to that.
Yeah.
Hey, how do my nuts taste, Chase?
No,
you
it
got
was
them firmly placed in your mouth right now.
It was funny because I was editing like a solo snippet of the podcast from last week today. It's for the Elden Ring something scores. And you said at the very beginning, like, if you guys get mad at my score, something's wrong with you. And then we ended up getting mad at your score. It was funny. I just want to throw that in.
Yeah, I mean, not like my personal reasons and stuff did knock it down to 0.1. That is my honest score. Do you want me to lie? Do you want me to lie to you guys?
I think
do you want me to be a lying person? Do you want me to manipulate you and our audience just for a moment?
I think I can counter a lot of the points that you made. Because I did have a lot of personal gripes with the game, but I was able to look past that and just focus on like what this game brought to the table for the gaming industry and the gaming experience to the gamer. And it's just a perfect experience. They fit everything into the lore. Sure, they could have had a fucking quest tracker. I thought that would be fine, but
I don't know. I think you said it at the very beginning of that. You were able to.
See,
I wasn't able to. That should be
With-
okay. That it's called
with the with the scaling of games, I feel like anytime I play Elden Ring and then I try to play something else, it just feels lackluster at best. Like there's this new Assassin's Creed game coming out, and it's $134 essentially for like what? It's all just money grabs. It's all money grabs. Well,
And I think
that's
it's
just
cool
Ubisoft,
they're-
though.
yeah, I think
yeah, but that's Star Wars. Is that Ubisoft as well?
That's Ubisoft. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Star Wars game, same thing. If you want the Jabba mission, like 130, like that is ridiculous for the full Elden Ring dropped for $60, and you got a full game for $60.
I did see something actually today. They were saying the most pre-orders for the new Assassin's Creed game were all for the like $110 version of the game. Get your guys' heads out of your ass and stop fucking giving Ubisoft your money. Stop like feeding into the narrative of like this is unacceptable and then literally fucking doing the thing that you're saying is unacceptable. We're trying to make a difference and then we're pivoting.
Yeah, because then they're going to be like, oh, 110.
Yeah.
Everyone, all these people are willing to play 110. Let's do 120. And
Yeah.
that's why baseline games are at $70 now.
Yeah, it's because
It's
people
like $10 in the last 2 years.
are so
Which
stupid.
doesn't seem, which doesn't seem crazy, but it's like you see these games come out and they absolutely suck. They're so bad.
yeah, they suck. I think I didn't give Elden Ring a 10 because I'm a little pickier and greedier when it comes to calling a game perfect, because I don't want to declare a game perfect because I want there to continuously be better. Because like if I call Elden Ring perfect, then I'm kind of putting into the atmosphere that nothing can be better. And I think if something can be better, it should be made, because if there's something that can be better, that would be sick as fuck.
So nothing should ever be perfect. Nothing should ever get a perfect score, a perfect review, because something will just always should be better.
That's why I said I'm a little greedier and pickier.
No.
I want there to always be better,
There's-
even if
but it's like a contradictory.
super fucking
Yeah,
great.
you're contradicting yourself. It's like nothing will ever be perfect. So what's the point of even scoring something? What's the point of even reviewing something if there is room for improvement in the future?
If nothing will ever be perfect, then perfection never existed.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm the fucking
What's the
Simon Cowell of our something scores. I don't
You
know.
are. I wanted somebody else to take that reign because I was getting shit on for my viewpoints of saying I thought you guys were reviewing things too graciously, and then when it came around to a game where it is by all metrics like a masterpiece, somebody else knocked
I've
it
been
down a
rating
peg.
games too honestly. I don't care about the overall score. I'm just scoring.
I
it.
believe Elden Ring could drop in the like within this time span that it's been out. If it would have done like if it didn't drop that year, if it didn't drop, what was it, 2022, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If it didn't drop in 2022, and if it dropped this year instead, Game of the Year. That's how I see perfection, because it's like no matter the time span. I mean, of course, like down the road, like centuries from now, like how you understand. But I'm saying in like this decade of it just being put in there, it's gonna get Game of the Year because it was just very thought through. Like have you seen these videos of the lore? The lore goes on and on and on, and that's just from Elden Ring, because Dark Souls I don't even think really has a full continuous time span to it. It's not like a chronological order to it.
It's all separate.
So
yeah.
This is a game that could be made, honestly, if they want to make this into a series, seasons upon seasons upon seasons of just like which would be sweet as an anime.
Oh yeah, as an anime, dude. Elden Ring
Elden Ring anime?
That'd be
That would
cool.
go. That would go crazy. Also, speaking of anime drops, Berserk looks like it's about to have some justice done to it. That looks phenomenal.
It does look so good. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I've been wanting to get into Berserk. I don't want to read it unless I have the fucking deluxe books, and I don't want to watch it because all of the previous iterations of it have been so lackluster. So I don't even want to get
That's
it.
one of the reasons why I haven't watched
97.
it. I've just
Berserk is
heard like
cool, but it's also
Yeah.
yeah. Some of the movies are like kind of cool, but like when it comes to series, you can't be like. I automatically get lost in anime if there's overabundance of CGI. I tune out.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Ninja Kamui.
Yeah, after like 4 or 5 episodes, I was kind of I stopped, dude.
Because
I saw a
added
clip of like the last episode.
they added they could have had this dude going on a full revenge path with his current like ninjutsu kind of powers, which I thought was sweet. And then like each ninja assassin had their own style, which I thought was super cool and like a really cool aspect. And then they got mech suits. And then not only that, but the mech suits were full on CGI, which makes it not feel as candid with the rest of like the backdrop, because you have all this animation, CGI. What are we doing? That just makes it feel gross. It makes it feel out of place, in my mind at least. This dude was out here doing like shadow clone, but it would be like ravens. I mean, it was like kind of Itachi vibe.
Well, it sounds a little on the
Cool,
nose.
but like mech suits.
Yeah, the mech suits lost me. This is supposed to
would it
big
have-
girl powers.
Would it have been good if it was not CGI though? Like,
would've
would
been
you
better.
have seen it
Yeah.
like fitting into
Well,
the world?
dude,
'Cause
I love
haven't
Gundam.
watched it.
I love
Yeah.
Gundam. No, there's not an ounce of CGI in Gundam. This is back when they would just draw all of it. Every single mech suit on that is drawn. The blasters come out, that's drawn. It's like, it makes it feel way more, I'm going to use Shay's word, immersive. Makes it feel like it's way more, in the moment of it. Like, I was watching Ninja Kimmy and I had high hopes. I'm like, this is sweet. This is super cool. I like what's going on with it. This dude's like on a full-on revenge path because his own organization pretty much backstabbed him, but at the same time he left the organization. And then and I even gave it a try. I was like, oh, cool, like mech suit. And I was like,
So bad.
it seemed rushed at that point.
They were. I
Like,
think
if
they
you
just
would've-
ran out of money. I think they just ran out of money at the end. They were just like,
Because people started dropping off. I'm pretty sure people started just dropping off on views, so they're like, well, let's just finish this season and then, What was another anime I was watching recently? Where there's something I was watching, and then oh, Demon Slayer. Um, it I actually really do enjoy Demon Slayer, and I'm like I look past. I'm trying to look past the part that
The
they're just pretty much
animation
just
style
waving,
is
they're
amazing.
waving swords, and then like, in their mind, it's like where the power is coming from. Essentially, I've
You
looked
just
past it at this point. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well,
this
yeah.
is sweet.
It's
The
stupid.
power is coming from the
There's
sword.
enough of it there that it's just you can't look past it. Like it's just so
Yeah.
much of
No, for one, too, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it. I know the creator said that it's technically not there. It's not physically happening, but it just
Why
doesn't
did it
make.
say that?
Well, it doesn't make sense because like eventually there's going to be a Wind Hashira who's literally slicing like his demon art or not demon art. His breathing style is like creating wind gusts that are hitting them. He's not actually swinging his sword and the sword is colliding with the demon to make like to cause damage. The fucking wind gust that he is creating with his breathing style is doing the damage. That doesn't fucking make sense. If that was
well,
Same with
wouldn't
the-
in that
the-
aspect wouldn't it just be the force he's generating from
then that would
moving a sword?
Then that would mean the breathing style is doing the damage and not the sword.
Yeah, how do you explain the sound Hashira?
That too.
Yeah, how do you explain like? How
He's
do you
my
explain
favorite.
That yeah, dude, Lord Tenkin is sweet.
The
I
only
love-
one that
so far,
kind of
all the Hashiras hit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that Hashiras are sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But, and how are you
Tengen
going to
is
say
my
that
favorite.
this man's entire thing is just like him, just like that just makes it seem so, like if
Yeah.
you look at the shot where he's running the demon, just lost an arm, carrying half of his blade in his teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to tell me that the sounds are just all in his head? Then he's not. Now he's just schizophrenic with a double-sided sword.
It's yeah, because that doesn't make. I could see the only one making sense is the flame one because I could just see like how the blade could get hotter, but then that doesn't make sense later in the series because
Why is he
then-
sitting there like just
I think a
Yeah.
direct
before
counter
he gets in the battle?
to the creator saying that is like to say they're not seeing the breathing techniques. Would that also be saying they can't see like the demon art techniques because doesn't he
No.
make doesn't the one I forgot his name, it starts with a G,
Gyu
right?
or something? Not
Yeah.
Gyu. It
The one that they were fighting in
Yeah,
the entertainment
the-
district. It doesn't he make his fucking weapons like out of blood and shit? Like
yeah, which
Tell me you
wouldn't
just
make
can't do
sense.
that?
So it's either like they both can have it. You can't have it both ways. Like the demon,
Exactly.
you can see the demon art, but you can't see the breathing style. It doesn't make sense.
exactly.
Just have both. I mean, you are literally making a fiction series within a fictional time frame, and it's just all fiction. You can fucking have like let the Demon Slayers have one thing. They don't have a lot going for them.
exactly.
Let them have the one cool thing about their fucking aesthetic.
You're telling
It's
me
just-
when Zenitsu's fucking flying around, there's just no lightning and shit.
He's
It's
just
just-
going
it's just flying.
super
He's just-
fast. He's going at light speed.
You
That's
just see
unrealistic.
you just see a person just shoo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
Zenitsu's lightning.
yeah. I,
Oh, but the thing was, it was a demon art of the. It was a demon that. It was like the anger, or was it hatred?
mhm.
Like
The
there
last
were like
one, yeah.
the emotions when he consumed the other ones,
Mhm.
and it was the part where he had the tree branches.
Yeah, the tree
That was, like,
dragons.
Yeah, the CGI in that was like, it works. It's okay.
Demon Slayer has used CGI, but only in like very non-important scenes. The dragon part was a little like okay, but they did it well. I thought they did it well enough to where
Yeah.
it could pass.
Because I
Attack
think
on
the art's,
Titans started
I-
doing it in the later seasons too, but I felt like it worked with the art style.
yeah, I think those two art styles already, just without the CGI, just the way it is, like inserting CGI doesn't look out of place. Because like if you put like CGI, give me an anime that has like a more basic art style. Like
Fairy Tale.
Yeah, like I haven't seen Fairy Tale yet, but like yeah,
I think there is
But
like a good amount of CGI in Fairy Tale.
Is
To
there?
get back to it. Yeah.
think like Samurai Champloo. Like if you put
Oh, okay.
CGI in
Yeah.
that, like it just
would
wouldn't.
take it all
The
away.
art style just wouldn't. It's just it's forced. It feels forced.
Yeah.
Wait until you see the animation of Fate. All drawn. Everything is drawn. And when you see that, you're gonna be like, why do they use CGI at all?
Well,
the
it's
battles.
it's to save money, but and time. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's. I would rather have quality over quantity.
Yeah, because you see
Ooh.
it time and time again. That's what the last Berserk, I'm pretty sure, was like mostly CGI.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was.
Berserk series they dropped. How are you going to do that? And you should pay homage to the original books. I think if you're making an anime series, it should pay homage to the manga.
Mhm.
Because if you're not doing that, then no
What
one's
are you
going to
doing?
be into the story. Because I've been reading the deluxe version of Berserk. I got the first book, and I love it. It just and like there's no like a lot of manga is like there's no color, which except Didark's first. Never mind. It does in the beginning of each chapter. It'll do color and then it'll fade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
it's there's some mangas do that.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
A
Adds
lot
little
of them
flair to it.
do like come out with colored pages. Like a couple weeks after, like they'll just go back and color it in.
Yeah.
I know Demon Slayer did that a lot when they were coming out.
But I think that if you're not even using like remotely the same animation style, especially since the writer of Berserk, like that's why I think this next one, because what I saw was straight animation. From what I saw in that trailer, straight animation.
Give me that.
That's what we need.
Give
That's
me
what
that.
we want.
Into the veins.
Into.
I got a question for you guys.
I said eject instead of inject, but hey.
If you had to craft
Robert Kraft?
one of the best animes ever, what different elements from animes would you take? Like what, like art style, like soundtrack, story building,
Ooh.
world building, like
This is actually so good, Adrian. I will give you so many props for this question.
I thought about it during that anime.
I
conversation.
think first time maybe Adrian gets a raise instead of a pay deduction. First time ever.
This is actually so.
Because like
Are we
right off
doing
the
just
bat,
we doing base design? Okay, I want to hear all the rules.
just like
we doing base
just like
design,
any
or
element you
power?
could think. And you could do power systems,
Okay.
literally power systems, art style, character development, sound
Design.
sound design, like soundtrack. Because like off the bat, I'm gonna say soundtrack. Give me the Bleach soundtrack
Okay.
off the bat. Just like sound effects. Give me Fire Force right off the bat.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was looking about to
I mean,
say,
that's
'cause the Benny-
easy. That's so
the
easy.
Benny
Those
Mara
two,
punch.
those are like automatic for anything.
Can I go first? I already have.
Well, I mean,
pretty good.
I feel like this is just like a group. We could just group collaborate this.
Well, I had my
Oh.
whole thing already planned out.
Yeah, we already
Yeah.
had a whole thing.
Oh, you have a whole thing planned out because I don't really have a whole
Yeah.
thing planned out. That's something I gotta
Well,
think.
that's why I offered to go first if
Go
somebody
ahead.
wasn't right. All right.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start off power system. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Love all the
Elements?
powers. I love the system of it. Just the style of that, I guess.
You could do a lot of it. You could do a lot with that power system if you take it out of the Avatar world too.
Yeah. I mean, you could really make up your own rules and
Modernize,
stuff.
modernizing. elements.
Modernize
That'd be dope.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is kind of Korra, but we're not going to talk about it. I actually been rewatching Korra. It's pretty good. It gets a bad rap. I think a lot of people. Are
I've heard
stuck
it.
in
I've always heard
nostalgia.
it's pretty good.
The second season's not good, but everything else is great. Power system, Avatar, animation style. I'm in between either Demon Slayer or Chainsaw Man. I think I'm gonna go Chainsaw Man. I just like more of the aesthetic of Chainsaw Man. Soundtrack, I'll go with Samurai Champloo. You reminded me of that. That one.
Good one.
That one goes hard. And I guess I guess that's it, really. Yeah. Is there anything else you can think of?
Like world building, character development.
I still would think I would take world building with Avatar: Last Airbender. It's probably one of the best examples of world building in any sort of series. I would take that, and character development. I'll go Demon Slayer. I like the character development in Demon Slayer. It's very to the point, on the nose, but then it just kind of keeps developing over time.
I think a lot of characters in Demon Slayer also do get like a good character.
Even the enemies, like they get a little snippet, and that's enough. That's enough. Sometimes it's annoying, but I think you kind of need it for the whole world to come together.
Can you guys think of any other elements to add in?
I have mine, I think, ready.
Go ahead.
Unless you want to go.
I mean, I can go. I already said my.
Because you already said 2 of yours.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I don't take any of yours.
Give me the soundtrack of Bleach, just because like some of the side character soundtracks, like the Vizard's soundtrack with that like flute, whatever that starts, and I love it. Fire Force sound effects, art style. Fucking. I gotta think on that, really. World building, cliche for me to say, but I think One Piece does the best world building. Really, like, it really does do the best world building. Character development. I have to think about that too. Give me art for anime style. Give me the One Punch Man animation style. I want to say for like character development, maybe Naruto, because it does do some good character development.
OG Naruto, for sure, too. I felt like a lot of the side characters had a lot more focus than Shippuden did.
And power system, I would actually have to say, give me JJK, give me Jujutsu Kaisen power system. I do love that power system. It's fucking difficult to understand with all the different types of. You got fucking simple domain and the wicker basket technique and domains within. So much shit, it gets complicated, but the whole premise of like curse techniques and curse manipulation, reverse curse techniques.
Yeah.
The different types of curse users. I think it's cool. I think it works. I think that was it. I don't think there was anything else I missed.
Think you're good? Gannon?
Soundtrack, Cowboy Bebop.
That's a good one.
Power system, Black Clover.
Also a good one.
Yes.
See, character development's one I'm kind of stuck on because I kind of honestly, I'm stuck.
I was gonna say My Hero. I was gonna throw.
I was gonna say I was thinking honestly Deku, like you know, because dude was just a regular human, but at the same time I also was about to just take Asta because, you know, dude's trying to become the Wizard King, but has legitimately no magical powers. Then he has the power to negate magic. Like, come on now, and he makes that his own. Final answer. I'm gonna take Asta because I feel like Deku cried until he got powers. Asta fought for his. It was like he trained. He wasn't gonna let anyone tell him.
He did have to get literally physically strong as shit just to be able to use the swords he could pull out
Yeah.
of his
Exactly.
Clover
That's what I'm
book.
saying. He's sweet.
Pussy.
And he, like, his true power is friendship, which seems cliche, but I think when you then see the misfit black bulls together, it's like, this is sweet. I actually like this.
I
Um,
think. Sorry to cut you off, but I think with Asta, I think that's interesting if you really think about it, because like a lot of the premises with him is like the relationships and the friendship he builds with like the Black Bulls and everybody, despite his power being basically to he can kind of negate everything that is about any of them.
mm,
But like that's not even a consideration with the relationships he has with the people around him. Good character
and
development.
animation style, we're going with Fate. I feel like with the magic power system mixed with the almost seemingly endless amount of animated creativity they went to that show. I think if those combined, it would be next level. What else is left?
Think you got it.
Yeah, I feel like I just pretty much took Black Clover and just tweaked some things.
Yeah,
I think it's.
I pretty
just
much
love
took Avatar.
because you guys know me. When it comes to magic, I'm there.
Yeah.
If I can, Elden Ring, I'm a magic user,
Yeah.
and I recently got an axe that I think is pretty cool. But
You
magic
got an
overall,
axe?
yeah.
The,
Well, it's a halberd. It's a dragon halberd. You seen that one? It has lightning.
Like in real
Yes.
life?
No.
Oh, I, was
Elden
about to-
Ring.
I thought you
It's
said you
Elden
bought
Ring.
an axe in real life.
I mean, I have one. I do have one.
You got a halberd?
Well, it's a hatchet.
Okay.
I would say also the power systems of like solo leveling and Overlord are cool too, like that video game esque.
Isekai.
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 I'm trying to.
Oh, actually,
I'm like,
no. I take mine back.
Mhm.
Character development, Shield Hero. I take it back.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Totally got destroyed by the council because he was a Shield Hero. Said, you know what? You guys don't even need you. Goes out and trains in the woods. He has no actual full on at this point attack. I'm taking Shield Hero. Yeah. You got me going with you were talking about isekais, and I was like, oh, dude, Shield Hero.
With mine, I was kind of imagining like Gojo appear, and then you got the visored music in the background kick, and he just throws out a purple hollow with like the Fire Force sound effects. That'd be insane.
Mm-hmm. But, dude, yeah.
was
Especially
also
for
gonna
any
say-
scene with Benny Maros that they did. Just that one scene was enough.
I'm gonna
I
change
watched the
mine
anime 'cause of
instead of world building Avatar. I'm gonna do free rent. Actually, I feel like
Alright.
just
I haven't
that
seen it yet.
that world of like after the main adventure is over, the main bad guy is defeated. You kind of just live in a world post, like evil, and just living, like going through different areas and like seeing how the war affected all these different places and living in that, and just seeing, obviously running into your own sort of mischief along the way of whatever it is you're doing with the powers of the Avatar universe. That's fucking cool.
I'm still stuck on just imagining like you guys watched the first part of season 2 of JJK, right? The Hidden Inventory.
I've seen all of it.
Yeah. Like when Gojo's sitting there floating in the air. Just trying to imagine that scene of that final fight with him and Toji with like all these different things. That would have been sick. I need somebody out there to just like find a way to edit it all like that. Some anime fan we'll do it one day. We'll save that clip. We'll save that description right there.
To think I would never have learned this if you would have aimed for my head.
tough.
Hard.
And then he just. See, I always thought, I thought that was gonna be more destructive than it was. I thought like shit was just gonna like, just like, fucking big dynamite like explosions. No, that shit just like went through everything, just completely. Just, shoo.
I picture like just a mini black hole that he has like full control of. Like when he swirls it around, like everything in that vicinity is just gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that man just grabbing at nothing.
Did you read the newest chapter, Adrian?
Oh yeah, I'm all caught up.
The newest chapter?
The newest
I read
chapter.
it. The one that just came out Sunday.
Yes. No, Adrian. The newest chapter.
Yes,
the newest chapter.
I'm all caught up.
Adrian, did you read the newest chapter?
All caught up.
But Adrian, did you read the newest chapter?
It's
quite
all
frankly,
insane.
Do you guys want to do top 3 anime / manga series of all time, or anime hot takes, like bringing that back?
Hot
you guys
takes
have
takes
new
too
one?
long.
Okay.
I think.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Jeez. Ever changing.
So this is anime and manga series.
We're including manga.
So you don't have to if you've only seen the anime, but the reason why I did this was because one of mine is like more manga focused than anime focused. Wanted to throw that out there. I can go first if you guys are ready.
Go ahead.
All right. Honorable mention. Put it out there. Chainsaw Man.
Let me see what I've read through. Okay.
Okay. Number 3. Demon Slayer. Including...
This is now your list. Demon Slayer.
Number 3.
Number
yeah.
3. Okay.
Yeah. Honorable mention was Chainsaw Man. Number 3,
Okay.
Demon Slayer. Number 2 is going to be controversial. I know. Tokyo Ghoul.
The manga?
Anime was...
Oh, the anime.
Yeah, the anime was ass-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Ass-ish. They fucked it up. But then they fixed it, but it still didn't, like, correlate. But the manga, peak. It is seriously one of the best series ever. I don't know why they deviated. Number 1, I think we all know. Attack on Titan.
Gan, you got yours?
Number 3. You know what? I'm throwing it up there. Number 3, Hellsing Ultimate. Specifically Ultimate. Number 2. This is hard.
It is hard. Because I have my 1 and 2.
so much.
I can't think of 3.
And see, like, it could be interchangeable. Like, Hellsing Ultimate just has a sweet spot. My older brother, he put me onto it, and I was obsessed because everything I like in anime, it's like guns. He's a vampire with guns.
Castlevania.
He kills Nazis. Oh, dude, actually, yeah, dude. Number 2. I love Castlevania. I'm on this throat.
Okay.
I love it. I really do. Even though it was made, from an adaptation of a video game, which, like, you don't see a whole lot of great ones of that. I mean, live action Fallout, I thought was a great exception to that. But yeah, Castlevania is going to be my number 2 because I love that series. It's crazy that I picked 2 vampire shows as my first 2. And number 1 spot. What is one of these? I'm gonna just, you know what?
It's gotta
I'll
be
just go with my
Fate.
classic. It's Fate's up there, dude. I
It's
don't know.
not Fate. You talk about it all the time. What are
I
we?
know. Probably because it's like a more like niche series that I've gotten into. But okay, I'll put Fate number one because it's just
Okay.
the production is perfect. But I have to put in the inclination that it's the first three. It's Fate Zero, Fate Limited Blade Works, and then Fate Apocrypha. The first three. After that, it gets kind of buggy and weird. They made Leonidas into like a pawn in one of them, and I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. This is actually turning to scum.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, the first three, peak, so good, it's amazing, and yeah, that's
Is
my
that?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's it. Honorable mention, Invincible. I'm just kidding. It's not anime.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do that, Avatar is gonna be an honorable mention too.
Well, then can I count?
That's
Castlevania?
animated.
I would
I
say it's
count?
an anime. It was done by a Japanese studio, I think.
Yeah. And I think Castlevania the game was actually created by a Japanese studio as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nintendo kind of ruled that whole sector.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna put. That's my three. Not switching it. It's good. Adrian.
So I'll say honorable mentions. I actually like the honorable mention, the cyberpunk anime. I think it was super good. I thought it was. I think I watched it all in a day. I was like, holy shit! It really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
And also the Kagurabachi, the manga, because I think it's super good. I'm kind of like hooked on this. Number three, I'll say, honestly, probably JJK. I do like Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. The manga specifically because I'm caught up and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, oh shit, like it's crazy.
Everything's so shit.
Actually,
It's shit.
I don't know. See, that's because also I want to say three, Solo Leveling, the manhwa, because I finished that and it was just super good.
The manhwa. I know.
I'm being respectful, okay?
I know.
Calling it what it is, but I really
Cannon's
like
over
that.
here. It's a book.
I don't know. Solo
freaking
Leveling
book,
and
dude.
JJK are
That's
kind of just like at three. They're just kind of interchangeable. Two, Bleach, because I've just seen it so many fucking times. So many times. It was the second anime I ever watched, because first was Death Note with my sister, then she showed me Bleach, and then Deployment, I had it all on my phone, so I watched it just all the time. I was able to just watch my favorite episodes over and over. It was so good. And then one, I think it's fucking obvious, One Piece. Just the greatest ever.
I will say honorable mention, definitely JJK and Cyberpunk. They were definitely
Cyberpunk is super
classics.
good. I wish they would do more Cyberpunk. I feel like they could just do another story.
They are. They're doing another story.
All right. Very nice. Very good. Yes.
You can find us on all streaming platforms. We're talking Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Oh yeah, brother.
Also, have our Patreon for $3 a month.
$3 a month, brother.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And yeah, strictly donation. I mean, you can find us anywhere. We didn't want to start this as some kind of like money grab situation.
No
If you like what
money,
you see,
brother.
Fire him immediately.
Yeah. He got a pay raise, now he gets a pay deduction.
Yeah, he's going to be back in the streets. Yeah, man. Thanks. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Shut the frick up.
Sassy
Brother. You got anything, Chase?
Nope. I was telling Gannon, got some stuff I'm like getting real excited about working on in the background. So stay tuned on that, because it's gonna be sick when it comes out.
Sick with it.
If you guys are a
Sick with
fan
it.
of video games, stay tuned.
If you're not,
I feel like there was some
Grow
kind of thing there. Some kind of thing.
Something.
Little foreskin. Ronnie.
we got the foreskin over here.
Foreshadowing
Okay.
foreskin. That's what it's actually called.
Whoa.
That's the code name. Foreshadowing foreskin.
For you data miners out there.
I hate you both.
That's actually that's what we should call circumcision now. Foreshadowing foreskin.
Well, wouldn't it be not getting a circumcision is foreshadowing foreskin?
No, you're foreshadowing the foreskin that you're removing.
Oh, but I was thinking more of foreshadowing the foreskin you would have.
End it. End it.
That's all
Let's
the time
leave.
we have for you guys today on this episode of the Something Regional Podcast. My name is Adrian.
And I'm Chase.
And I'm gonna always be. And peace.
Peace
That's
out.
it. Bye bye.